What's up, y'all? So, the 2024 elections are over, and Donald Trump won. How do y'all feel about that? All I'ma say is, man, it's only a two-party system. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm definitely anti-Democrat at this point in time. So I guess I was pro-Trump because it's only a two-party system. But honestly, like, if anybody would have won other than a Democrat, I would have been okay with it. So that's just what it is. So let the fear mongering begin. Remember what they said as the reasons why you shouldn't support Trump. Remember everything that they said, right? So people said we was gonna go back to slavery, make America white again, even though America never been white. It's never been an America without blacks. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing. Or they saying Trump gonna send it back to Jim Crow. So all you people that was saying that, let me know when they come and get you to put you back in chains and shit. Let me know when they start putting the signs up saying black only and white only. Let me know when you are on a bus and you have to stand up and give your seat up to a white person. Let me know when you're back on the cotton fields picking cotton. Ain't that what y'all was saying? That was my whole point, man. Of you Trump haters / Kamala supporters. The shit that y'all was saying out your mouth was a bunch of BS. None of that shit was real. It's fake. It's propaganda. Y'all just speaking. The Democrats would get like some type of, they'll get something that they can lean on to try to make they argument better, or to make it seem like that they the party you want to vote for, so they'll find something negative to say about the Republicans. Then they'll just go on that shit. Oh, he's gonna make, Project 2025, and yeah, they gonna send us back to racism, and it's gonna be back to slavery. And you had one person talking about, oh, he's trying to give police immunity. Man, the police gonna be running up in our apartments and killing us, running up in our homes and shooting us. Like, let me know when that shit stop, man. All you people doing all this fear mongering, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm a whole man out here. So all that, them scare tactics, like, nigga, Donald Trump don't put fear in real men's heart. Is y'all fucking serious? Like, that was y'all way to try to win, to try to scare people into voting for a immigrant. Nigga, I'm not voting for no immigrants to support my country. I'm not voting for no immigrants to run my country, that's better said. You know what I'm saying? When you start showing me other foreign countries where you have black Americans that's politicians in foreign countries, when you start showing me other countries where you got black Americans that's presidents in other countries, then I would be more open to that shit. But that shit very one-sided. And, all that saying this is the land of immigrants, everybody didn't migrate over here. So, if you're going to put a black face into office, make it a black face that's really from this country, that's really from this land. Don't give us a brown face. You know what I'm saying? You just giving us motherfuckers, the people that look like us, but they not really us. Kamala come from an immigrant background. Kamala comes from an migrant background. So she can relate to the hundreds of thousands and millions of illegal immigrants that done passed through our border. She can relate to motherfuckers coming over here, legally or illegally, for so-called a better life. She can relate to all that shit, all the shit that, you got black Americans that's we not supporting. She is supporting. You know what I'm saying? And they done brainwashed y'all to the point that you got black Americans that was really like, yeah, like y'all supporting that immigrant shit. Like, that's stupid, yo. Why you supporting shit that goes against you? Nothing about immigration, illegal immigration, is positive towards black Americans or any American. It's nothing positive about illegal immigration, man. The only positives about illegal immigration is the business owners that hire illegal immigrants at low wages. So they saving money, you know what I'm saying? They putting more money in their pockets because instead of hiring a real American at the wages that they supposed to get hired, you gonna hire a illegal immigrant and pay him some short shit and ain't nothing you can do about it. And y'all want us to support that type of shit? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying all the fear mongering y'all was doing, you saying, you know, we going back to Jim Crow and all this racist ass shit. Like, I'm waiting for it. So, you know, he'll be in office next year. Let's see how racist this country get. Let's see how different your life would be when Trump is in office. Let's see if all of a sudden you don't have no money, or all of a sudden you getting turned down for shit, or you know what I'm saying, like you getting mistreated because Trump is in office. Let's see if that happens, man. This is what I want you ignorant people to look into. And you know, being ignorant, it has a negative connotation and it sounds worse than what it really is. But being ignorant is basically just it's not having the information. You know what I'm saying? Being ignorant is just not knowing something. You're not having the information. So to the people that's ignorant to politics, but for some reason you were so passionate about the Democrats for whatever reason, this is what I want you to do. When Trump get into office, pay attention to the price of food. This is something that really affects you. Just pay attention during his presidency. Look at how much shit costs now. Cause I go in the grocery store. Me and my girl spent almost $400 on Friday, and I mean it was a decent amount, but it just didn't seem like that shit should have been costing that much. So watch the prices of food, watch the prices of gas, and watch how these illegal immigrants, watch how this border get treated. And then watch foreign policies. Watch the countries that's going to war and pay attention to that shit. You know what I'm saying? And pay attention to your pocket. Now that we about to have, just pay attention to everything. Pay attention to tangible stuff that you can really like feel, touch, and relate to. I don't want to hear a bunch of shit like, oh, his father was a KKK, or oh yeah, he wrote an article about the Central Park 5. Like, hey, what the fuck that got to do with him running the country right now? Like, make that shit make sense and understand with that Central Park 5 shit that them dudes confessed to raping that woman. They confessed to that shit. So after you confess to a terrible crime, yeah, a lot of people gonna feel a certain type of way. So, you know, later down the line, it comes out that you didn't do the shit. Like, don't get mad at motherfuckers because they said that, yeah, you should get the death penalty or for some shit that you confessed to. You dig what I'm saying? Like, all that shit is stupid, though. All the washing the collard greens in the tub. Black Americans don't do that, man. We don't do shit like that. That bitch seen that shit on a YouTube video. One of them funny videos where they was making fun of it. She thought that shit was like, that's what we do. That's not what we do, man. And she would know that's not what we do if she was really a black American. Like, get the fuck out of here, though. All that finger wagging, bringing Barack Obama out to, like, act like he a nigga father or grandfather, talk shit, tell us who we should be supporting and all that. Like, nah, dog. All that lying, talking about, yeah, we not voting for it because we don't want to see a woman. And all that shit is a bunch of bullshit, dog. All that shit is bullshit. The point is, you got a bunch of people in this country that know that it's only two genders, and they don't want to support a party that's telling you that it's 50 genders. They don't want to support a party that's telling you kids can be trans. They don't want to support a party that's telling you a trans woman is the same as a naturally born woman. They don't want to support a party that will allow a trans woman to beat the shit out of a real woman and oh, that's just two women fighting, so it's cool. But if that trans woman didn't shave his or her face and let the hair grow and didn't wear the wig and beat the shit out that same woman, then you will have a problem with it. Like, come on, man, we're not living in these make-believe fantasy worlds that y'all want to live in. And anybody that was like supporting that shit and acting like you really with that shit, like you weird as shit to me. That shit don't make sense, dog. You grew up your whole life knowing that it's men and women. You know what I'm saying? Why is Dwayne Wade's son getting a reward or getting rewarded because he want to live as a woman? You know what I'm saying? Why do we have all these hundreds of thousands and millions of illegal aliens that's getting anything an illegal immigrant is getting? I don't give a fuck if it's $5 in food stamps. Nigga, that $5 could be going to a real American, man. I don't have no sympathy for somebody that comes in my country illegally. You're a criminal, and we don't need criminals in our country, dog. We got enough of our own shit to deal with. Can we clean up our own house before we start taking care of everybody else? Why do the United States of America have to be the world shelter, man? We don't support that shit. We don't support that shit. So, you know, it's a lot of immigrants, that's politicians, a lot of people that got immigrant backgrounds that's running the country. That's why they allow all them immigrants to come here, because they can relate to that shit. But the more we put people that's really American in our shit, people that come from the descendants of people that's been here for hundreds of years, with more us in power, then all that migrant shit will get taken care of. Then you won't have people like John Leguizamo giving off all these false ass narratives, making it seem like Latinos was doing shit that they really wasn't. Like, people are trying to ride off of black Americans' coattails. Like, we are not the same, and it's a difference. And no, man, Latinos didn't create hip hop 50-50 and all that weird shit y'all keep talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, shorty. We gonna see how. When Trump was in office last time, yeah, man, my pockets was better. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we was getting money, man. We was getting some money, man. There was a lot of money floating around. The prices of stuff wasn't as high, you know what I'm saying? So this is what I expect. I expect Trump to be doing this thing. I expect him to be doing pretty damn good. And then I expect us to get another COVID type situation, whether it's a new strand of COVID or a new virus that's going to come out to try to derail his presidency, just like it did last time. Last presidency Trump had, hey, he was being remarkable. He was being great, man. And COVID came, you know what I'm saying? They tried to, you know, the Democrats talking about, oh, they had the unemployment rate was so high. Yeah, because y'all was running the Senate and all that shit and Congress. And, you know, y'all made all these mandates. That shit ain't had nothing to do with Republicans. Y'all made the mandates saying that people had to get vaccinated or else. And, you know, some people chose the or else option. And that or else caused them to lose their jobs. It wasn't Trump. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm ready for it. I'm glad we didn't go on that. I swear, man, because I just don't. It just seems like if Democrats is in power, we just pushing closer and closer towards Sodom and Gomorrah, man. Like all that shit they doing with all that weird shit and people identifying by the type of sex they have. How are you identifying yourself as a person by what you do sexually? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's like somebody who masturbates, somebody that I think most people probably masturbate. And that's like, oh yeah, I'm a masturbator. Yeah. And you identifying yourself as a masturbator and you trying to get special laws and special rights because you play with your pussy or jerk your dick or something. Like, how are people identifying or trying to identify who they are as a person by what you do sexually, dog? Like, it's more to life than who you fucking. Like, that's weird as fuck. So I'm glad we can get out of that shit, man. Get out of it. There's no such thing as trans kids, man. Nobody is gonna lose their reproductive rights. Like all these lies and shit that people saying, like If you want to have abortions, if you 17 and you plan on having an abortion when you 23, because that's how the pro-abortion people talk. Y'all talk as if y'all plan on having an abortion, or as if abortions are just a natural part of life. Like they just come and you have to have them. You don't have to have that shit. You don't have to get pregnant. You don't have to let niggas come in your pussy, shorty, if you ain't ready for pregnancy. Like, come on, dog. You're not losing no abortion rights, man. You can still get abortions if you live in a state that allows abortions. And if you don't live in that state, then go to a state that they do allow it. If you feel as though you need to have an abortion for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You had a whole woman talking about cooking, cleaning collard greens in tubs, talking about when she was in college, she smoked weed, listening to Tupac and Snoop Dogg, but you know, they say she graduated college in '86 and neither Snoop or Tupac was out. So this bitch is just lying to try to pretend to be us, man. They put a lot of people in position that look like us, but they not us. So they don't think like us and they don't have the same goals, or they don't want what we want, man. That's why, you know, we all supported Barack just to have that black person or that brown person in office, but Barack is a foreigner. Was he really born in America? I don't think so, dog. He's Indonesian. You know what I'm saying? His mother is like, I don't know if she is a white American woman, and his father was an African, a Kenyan. You know what I'm saying? He lived in like Indonesia when he was a child, and then, you know, I think she married another person. I think that's what, and his real name ain't Barack Obama. It's Burry Satori or some shit like that. Like, come on, dog. Come on, dog. Like, come on, dog. You know what I'm saying? His mother sent him to be raised by his white grandparents in Hawaii. The dude did not grow up with no black people. He didn't go to no black schools, nothing. So how can that man be a spokesperson for black? He don't even have a black experience. Same thing with Kamala, man. She grew up with all East Indians, man, with the dots on their heads, man. How they live, how they think, and who they worship that's not what we do. We not the same people, dog. We different. They be worshiping Buddha and shit like that. With the dots on their head, that's Buddha. We don't worship Buddha. We're not Hindu. She's Hindu. She pretend to be black to get our support, and it's just not, you know, you're not hitting. She fuck with all stereotypes. You don't get strong black people to come speak for us. You know what I'm saying? You don't bring strong black people with good intellectual voices to speak for the Democratic campaign. You get all celebrities. You get comedians and singers and lady rappers to come on stage and twerk, and Cardi B to come, even though she was just going on Democrats and all that shit like not too long ago on her lives and shit. But now she on stage talking like she support Kamala so bad, and then when the teleprompter goes out, she don't even know what to say because it's not in your heart. You don't really feel that way. You know what I'm saying? I don't have a teleprompter right here. This is just coming off my heart and just me talking off the top of my head, man. So, you know, if you watch Cardi B, like, you could tell when the teleprompter went out or when whatever happened, she like, just hold on, y'all. Just hold on. You know what I'm saying? Like, she ain't know what to say. She can't stand on the shit she's saying. But that's just what it is, man. I just want all the people that was doing all that fear-mongering. Trump is about to be in office. Let's see if we go back to slavery, make America white again, and all this segregation. Let's see, man. Let's see. Y'all talking about police gonna have immunity, dog. A white police officer just went into a black lady's home and shot her in the head because she had a pot of boiling water after they told her to turn the stove off. They told her to go handle that pot. She picked it up, said, I rebuke you. They panicked, shot her in the fucking head. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't hear Kamala or Biden speaking about that shit. So what is you talking about? Who was in office when Zimmerman killed Trayvon Martin? You know what I'm saying? Who was in office with this George Floyd shit? Like, come on, man. All right, y'all.